Our verse today is Leviticus chapter 13, verse 46. He shall remain unclean as long as he has the disease. He is unclean. He shall live alone. His dwelling shall be outside the camp. When one reads Leviticus chapters 13 and 14, the author describes so many skin diseases. There is a detailed analysis of symptoms and detection of cases of leprosy. Leprosy, which today is also called Hansen's disease, refers to an infection caused by slow-growing bacteria, Mycobacterium leprae. These bacteria affect not only the skin but also the nerves, nose lining, or the eyes. The cases in Leviticus seem to deal generally with skin diseases. However, the author acknowledges that it is not every case of skin disease that was leprous. And the priest shall examine the raw flesh and pronounce him unclean. Raw flesh is unclean, for it is a leprous disease. Leviticus 13 verse 15. Whatever the case of skin disease, the priest was to examine the person. Suppose the case was suspected of developing into a more contagious disease. In that case, the person is first quarantined for 7 days and then re-examined. Think about coronavirus quarantining rules. If eventually the priest judges the person to have leprosy, the person is sent out of the community. The command to send the leprous person outside the camp or be separated from other people applies to everyone. Numbers chapter 5 verse 2. Even the king Uzziah had to live in a separate house and could not enter the temple because he was a leper. 2 Chronicles chapter 26 verse 21. Our verse says the person shall remain unclean as long as he has the disease. What does it mean to be unclean? The word tameh in Hebrew, unclean, refers to something that is defiled and must be set apart. In a leprous person, the disease may be contagious, which renders the person unclean until the priest certifies the person clean. Because the person is unclean, he shall live alone, live outside the camp. This situation must have been dreadful for those who had leprosy or such skin diseases. In the gospel, we see the lepers standing at a distance calling on Jesus. They were afraid to come near him. Luke chapter 17 verse 12. But there is an instance where a leper came close to Jesus and he healed him. It must have been a thing of joy for that leper to be reunited with his family. I cannot but think about the rules of quarantining during this COVID-19 pandemic. Someone shared with me in the past week when she contracted the virus. The authorities kept calling every day to ensure that she did not step outside the house. She said, I felt so terrible, as if I was disgusting. What made leprosy was the stigmatization. Similarly, some people stigmatize those who have COVID-19 or in the past HIV/AIDS. What people need when they are suffering are care and love. Yes, not to spread the disease. It is essential to separate people. Still, we must show them care and love because that seclusion is already enough torture and suffering. Lord, you are close to those in pain. You are close to us when we are in pain and suffering. Teach us to show love and care to those who suffer, especially from dreaded diseases. Amen. God bless you, and I wish you a lovely day.